honest. So sit back and unwind as we bring the vibe and a little bit of glorious sunshine to your heart, soul, and mind. Your lovely host, Hot Donna, will be with you in just a few moments. But while you wait, go ahead and set an atmosphere of peace in your space. If you can, cut the lights down low, get your hydration on, vibration zone. Cause tonight, you're about to receive some delicious food for your soul. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? It's about to get hot. You are indeed in the one and only place to be this evening. We appreciate you for joining us, and in just a few moments, we about to turn the heat all the way up. That's right. It's about to go down right now on Hot Topics with Donna. Show your virtual love by smashing that thumbs up and heart icon as many times as you can. And without further ado, I have the distinct pleasure of introducing your host, the one and only Hot Donna.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Hot Topics with Donna. I am your host, Donna Taylor, here live on DTV. So I am going to get started. Let me go ahead and tell you guys thank you. I hope you guys had a wonderful Valentine's Day. I will be giving away another book tonight, and I am still waiting for someone to tell me. The question is tonight, who wrote this song and the music for Hot Topics with Donna. If you know that, then this book will be yours, complimentary of Hot Topics with Donna. It will be autographed, and we will ship it out to you. So I need you to tell me who composed the song for our intro for Hot Topics with Donna. And so HOT stands for honest, open, and transparent. And so the word that I chose for these guests today is creativity. And I always pick a word for my guests, and I always give you the Bible verse where it comes from. And so the word today is creativity, and it comes from Ephesians 2:10, and it says, "We are that He has made us, created in Jesus Christ for good works, which God prepared beforehand to be our way of life." And so with this scripture is basically saying everybody has a creative streak in them. And so when we get into our interview tonight with these two young men, then you can see truly what we're talking about. We're born with gifts, some more than others, but the bottom line is that God gives each and every one of us a gift and talent so we can use for His glory. So I'm going to go ahead and bring them on, and then we're going to just divulge into some great conversation. So hold on. I hope you guys are good. Um, at the end, I'm going to tell you some exciting things that DTV is getting ready to do again. So I'm excited about that. Hello, guys. This is the first time. This is the first time that I have had a duo on here. So hey, that is awesome, awesome, awesome. How are you guys doing?
We doing all right.
All right.
Good.
Yeah,
So what we're going to do is I want each one of you to tell people who you are, your name, where you reside, and then I will start asking you questions about what you guys are doing.
You go first. Go first, man.
Well,
Scoot over a little bit so they can see this.
Well, I'm Jamese Payne. I'm from Buckingham, though. So I'm from Virginia. So yeah, right here what we doing though. So yeah, like this is us right here creating a topic though. So yeah, you know.
You gotta
Uh-oh.
get in so they can see you.
Oh yeah, so that's that way.
Okay, good. Yeah, y'all say right there. Yeah.
All right. I'm Dareel Sco. My name is Francisco. I'm from California originally. Spent a lot of time in Virginia Beach, so that's like my second home, 7-5. But we're located in Central Virginia now,
Oh, okay. So what part of California were you from?
San Diego.
Oh, that's where my son is at right now. That's where he resides in San Diego. Nice place. And so I know you guys are friends. If y'all hear feedback, just let me know and I can take my mic off.
Okay,
And
sure.
anybody on here, Queen, if I'm getting feedback, just tell me and I can cut it off. So how long have you guys been friends?
You want to answer that?
Yes. Since 2013. That's when we first met though.
Yeah.
And so was it an instant friendship or did you guys have to build up until where you at now?
Well,
Yeah, it's a long story.
it's a long story though.
Well, we met at a job. We both working at Kroger, and it was funny how the story began, but that
Right.
probably takes too long for the night, you know. But
Well,
yeah, we met.
just give us just a quick synopsis because we want to know how you all became friends and then now you have a business together. So,
Okay, well, like I said, we working at Kroger. I was working at a store in Richmond, Virginia, and I got transferred to Charlottesville as a produce manager, and he was one of
right.
the associates. And then you know, we met up like that, and the rest is history. I mean, being the produce manager and then him helping me out, you know, because I had a lot of other employees that weren't working too hard for me, you know. But
Right.
yeah, we just hit it off that way, you know, endless nights of trying to get the department right before the morning, you know, and then you know I met his mother, and then we were just family since then.
Wow, that's awesome. And that's kind of odd, especially because you know it's easier for females to meet and become friends on a job, you know, easier
Right.
than two guys. And so that's really amazing. So when did you guys know that you both had business? Hold on, I'm trying to take this out. Okay, there you go. When did you both have different entrepreneurships going on, or did you guys merge together and come up with the idea together?
Well, I was an artist back then as well. Um, and I was just doing a little mixtape thing, you know, making CDs, passing them out, and selling $5 here, $5 there. And so, you know, I had a vision, which Love First is what I came up with on my own at the time.
Right.
But my hands began to get too full as far as dealing with the industry and spending money here, spending money there, trying to get my music out. And we figured out a way to make that message louder by making T-shirts and things like that. And so he gave it a shot, and it turned out pretty nice. And people have since 2013 have been, you know, getting shirts and
So
trying to
it's
promote
called Love First. It's called Love First, the movement. And how did you guys first come up with the name?
Well, there was a video that I used to shoot my own videos, and I had a dog that passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Right before he passed away, I had him in the video with me, you know. And for some reason throughout that video, it was just the way the lighting was, it just kept being hearts everywhere. I was just
Wow.
like, man, what is this? So I asked my son what it should be. He was probably about 5 at the time, you know, he was real young.
Right.
He was like, Love First. And I'm like, that, you know, it just rang like that. You know, I started saying it on different songs, and then people were like, okay. So that's how it began. It turned into something way bigger than what it began, you know.
Wow. And so who creates the different looks?
He's definitely the designer.
Yeah, I create all the different looks though.
And so how do you come up with your creativity? And so that, I mean, it always works out. That's why I chose the word, not knowing that you are the creativity about, you know, for the shirts. So how do they come to you?
Well, let's see. I just think of something real quick. That's all I do. Like I just I'll be sitting at home or something and like And like when I when we first started, like we was doing like these t-shirts, these hoodies and stuff. So like all I did was like just come up with something else, and I'm just like, so like I like go on my phone and look through and like see what can we do. You know what I'm saying though?
Right.
Create something
Right.
out of it.
All right. We use a lot of different inspiration. I mean, we normally don't. He comes up with the ideas, but we never come out with anything without agreeing on, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, but it's a lot of inspiration we get from established, you know, other established clothing lines and things like that. Mm-hmm.
So who would you say is your biggest clientele? You know, what age range, or is it family friendly as well?
It's I would mainly the biggest contributors I would say are children. You know,
Wow.
I mean, our goal is to get it on our children as far as, you know, Black children, so that
Right,
you know
right.
they can't really judge us too, you know, too much if they have to read our T-shirt, you know. But all ages, you know, adults that are tired of dealing with the nonsense that we're handled, you know, we dealt with, you know, we've dealt with over years. And
Absolutely. And
yeah.
and so what have been the pros and cons since you all started, your line?
You said, I'm sorry, you said the pros and cons?
Okay, yeah, like the pros and cons. Like what have been some of the challenges, if any, at that since you started?
The biggest challenge is getting
them out there.
Getting them out there, as far as we've been involved with a few fashion shows, you know.
Yes.
And the main question is, you know, what is love first? And like the game that we like to play is, you know, there's a reason why it's a you there other than a O, you know, because it's love first is about you, you know, mastering yourself and loving yourself and loving the things that you love in order to be a better person, you know, within society. As far as cons, I mean, well, that was the pros. As far as cons, just getting people to understand that it's not a game, you know, because
right.
Yeah, it's really not. It's something that we feel like I have 4 kids, you know, and I feel like, you know, I have to set an example, and that's just the issue when it comes to people viewing it. That, you know, is this some kind of scam, or, you know, are you just putting probably face on something that's negative, and it really isn't. You know, once they find out who we are and how we do things, and, you know, that's the hardest part.
So are you guys your walking billboard, if you will, and your family as well?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. That's what it is. That's the only way. Well, that's the only way we started back in 2013, but it's been a trial process up until probably last year. It took off for us a little bit in Virginia. We have it hung up in a few stores and things like that to be able to help promote the meaning and everything. But yeah.
And so my question is, how have your family been supportive? Because, you know, sometimes we don't get the support from family, and that's just the truth. So how have you guys as family been supportive, you know, in this movement with you all?
They pretty much started it out for us. I mean, the support from the family started it out, you know, seeing people wearing the shirts, and then they're going to the familiar grocery stores and things like that with it. People asking about it, and they're seeing my music videos, and they're putting the pieces together now finally. But definitely, the family was probably the first ones to support and help us promote, you know.
And so I saw your anthem. Is that tied in with your t-shirt line as well?
Well, the anthem that I did was for a bike club out here in Central Virginia. But like I said, we are our own walking billboards. So
right.
So we had to wear there. Yep. So mainly, with the anthem, that was something that turned out way greater than what we thought, because when we
I really like the video. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
So
I can't
I look at it, y'all had over 400 views so far.
Yeah, it's not doing bad at all, and I haven't put any money behind it as far as promotion yet. So
yeah, absolutely. And then I saw you did one called Patience and Stay Lifted.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh yeah, Stay Lip that's a good song though.
Yeah, yeah, and I like Patience, and I wanted to ask you, because the lyrics was really powerful. So was that inspired by a truth or
It no, I'm a storyteller at heart. I like to tell stories that relay a message if you choose to listen, and
right?
actually break it and try to. A lot of my music is like that. If you dig a little deeper than the average listener, you'll find the message that
Mhm.
I'm trying to get across. But it was definitely inspired by me rushing one day. I was just rushing for no reason,
Right.
and and if I wasn't rushing that day, I may have been able to fix a problem that happened
Mhm.
prior to me rushing. And so that's where patience came along, and then I tried to flip it with patience and patient, doctor's patient, a story about a
Right,
doctor.
right, right. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Hey, Amanda. So my question, do you all still work a full-time job and run your business?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we do.
So how does that work? Because I know, like doing your t-shirts, because even with me doing this podcast, like I still work a full-time job, and I'm in school. So how do you guys balance, this whole thing? Because you have family. Family is always first. Then your
Right.
bit, then your job, then your other business. So how do you guys tie that in to make it work?
Mhm.
Well, see, like me though, like I work for Walmart though, Walmart
Okay.
distribution. So like I work 4 days and I'm off 3 days.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how I can balance my time though.
So that's give you time to create, your different designs and stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, the best. Well, it gives them time to be able to actually get them made. You know, um, I'm at work as well, but we work different shifts. I work
Okay.
at the UPS, so I'm out on the road all day
Right,
long.
right,
And so,
right.
it's nothing but a text message between us two. Like, we got to order in, and then he takes his time off of the days he has off to get them made, and then he meet me at the airport, and then
Wow.
I'll
Just
send
like
them
that.
off, and that's just what it
So
is.
let me ask you this. So if I order a product, how long do it usually take for you to get that piece of garment out to your customers?
Well, it depends on what it is. The hats seem to take a little longer. We have beanies and
Mm-hmm.
bucket hats and things like that take a little long to come in. But as far as a T-shirt or a hoodie or anything, that can be done the same day.
So it's just you and him. No other part. You don't have any other
Well, we have good
team
friends.
members.
We have good friends, that help us, manufacture and things like that at the mall up here. But other than that, yeah, that's just our ideas, trying to make things happen.
And that's the most important thing, that you have a team and that you have a partner. So when you guys disagree,
Right.
how do y'all resolve that?
Oh, I'm gonna be honest with you, we ain't never disagree on anything at all.
Yeah, that is true. It takes us a while
Yeah,
at
it
times
takes us a while.
to get it
Right,
together, but
right.
we never rush that process of understanding each other's views on what we should do and what we shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
We all we have, so it's like,
But we always give each other good advices though.
Right. And
I can
that's so important.
Yeah, I can tell him.
Because
I can tell him. I'm like, I say, dog, hey, you should do this. You should do that. Dog.
right. Yeah.
But that's good, because you already know, and I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. They always say that we,
Right.
and it's no against nobody else. They always say that we can't work together
Right.
and be on one accord, and that's just real talk. But it's amazing how, like I said before, two men, African American men, that can come together and say, this is the goal, this is the vision, and you guys still work together, even if you may not agree, but you always make it work.
Right. Right. It just takes a little time, depending on the decision we have to make, but
Yeah.
for the
Right,
most part, yeah, we make it work.
It all depends on what it is too, though.
right. So what have been the most difficult decision that you both had to make as far as your business?
Hmm.
These fashion shows been pretty.
The Fast show
Yeah,
definitely been kicking up.
Yeah,
Kicking us.
it's been a
So
lot of.
Yeah, speaking of fashion shows, that's where I met you guys at in Virginia. So
Well,
how,
actually, you met me though. You haven't met him yet though.
right. So what have been the hardest thing about these fashion shows? Because if it's hard for the models, what have been the hardest things for you guys as designers?
Well, the hardest part was that I'm be honest. The hardest part is that's finding them though.
We'll find the
Right.
Yeah, like finding them, just recognize them though. Like I'll walk in though, I'll be like, they recognize me though, but I don't recognize them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of it too, because a lot of times, like with me, you know, when I do designing, I already have my names like on the garment that I want them to wear. And so I just have it up there and I'm going around, like you said, like, are you Donna? Are you Lisa? Because like a lot of times they do sit there and you're like, okay, do I ask? Like, who are you? Like, are you the one walking for me? And
Yeah.
so when you create your looks for the fashion shows, what look at each fashion show do you want to represent?
Well, the t-shirt look is what we're pretty much what we have the most of right now. So it's like that's
Right.
we can really promote. Of course, we have hoodies and stuff too, but it's more of the season actually too. You know, because we have
Right.
sweatsuits. So I really like the sweatsuit look more. That's like my favorite. Like the hoodie and the pants that go along with it. That's my favorite. I don't know what he likes the most, but
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you though, like I like the sweats the most, and also like the jacket though. I like the jacket too, but also I'm getting ready to design dresses though too though.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
For the all white coming up soon.
Yeah, coming up soon.
Oh yeah, I can't wait because I will be there too. I will be there too. So I'm excited about that. So now, do y'all play or Dareel? Am I pronouncing your name right?
Dareel. Yeah, Dareel.
No. Dareel. So do you play your music for the fashion shows for the models to walk out, or do you guys pick a song that you want
The
to
first
walk out?
the first one we did was I think he picked Too Short song, but since then we've been doing instrumentals to some of my singles to have the models walk out to.
Yeah, because we want no curse words and none at all like you said though.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We try to be respectful and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Because most of these shows that we do attend are kid friendly, and that's one thing that I love about them because they show our children that we can do stuff decent in order and still have a good time.
Right.
So, do you guys plan on in the future opening up a storefront to have your garments inside of the storefront?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the goal right there.
Absolutely. That's the main goal for us at the moment. Of course, we have long-term goals, but as we begin to get more popular in Central Virginia, definitely that's something that I'm all about, getting the first out more than the actual apparel. You know?
Right,
so
right.
A sign, I'm fine with it, you know. But
Absolutely.
that's definitely able to have music and merchandise sold in our store. That'd be great.
Absolutely. And so what, besides fashion shows and being your own walking brand, what are some other marketing strategies that you all use to keep promoting Love First, the movement?
Well, the music videos, you know, also we've been in contact with people that are willing to, you know, make it like $10 just to put on our shirts and take a picture and post it.
Right. Hold on. Vincent, they're from Virginia. Which part of Virginia you guys are from?
Oh,
close to Charlottesville.
Yeah, I'm from Buckingham. Yeah, I'm close to Charlottesville too, though.
Okay, yeah. One of my viewers wanted to know. He said he missed where you guys were from. Yeah, and so I see you have garments. Oh, and I was still waiting on my shirt, James.
Yeah. Oh, I got you.
I was ready to rock it when I did this interview, but it's still good. It is still good. But
I got you at all. I didn't forget get you though. Oh,
I know you got me.
I'll bring it to you on April 1st though.
I know you got me. I know you got me. And just make sure I have something nice to wear for the fashion show.
Right. See, she done said it on live.
He had put it out like that. That shirt.
I'm just joking. You know it's good, but yeah. But so,
Yeah,
but no, seriously, like so.
I did see that. Yeah, you said you wanted purple and a purple one though.
Mm-hmm. You got me. You got me.
Yeah,
But so
I don't know what's up with it though, because everybody just like the purple.
he said he'll be reaching out. Vincent Ingram. He's a designer as well here in North Carolina.
Great.
So if you get an inbox, it'll be from him. He's very good people.
Oh,
and so
great.
what do you guys?
Yeah. Also, we do got. Also, I want to say too, we also got duffel bags coming soon too, though.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm always excited to see, our African American men doing so well and doing different things, because we all, or I'm going to say you all, just keeping it real, get such a bad rap. If you're doing something positive, it doesn't get exposed versus if you was doing something negative.
Right. Yeah.
And so now you have kids. And so do they go to school, and when they wear your brand, what are some of their peers' thoughts? Like, what is the feedback from their peers?
Well, I have two teenagers. One goes to a military academy, so he can't wear the shirt.
Right.
Military stuff, but I have a 13-year-old daughter that wears the shirt pretty often. Then I also have a 7-year-old daughter and a 4-year-old daughter that also, and we live in a rural area too, so word travels around real quick, so
right.
When they see, the teachers see them wearing the Love First, starting to associate what they know me as out here as far as an artist and bouncing around, moving around. But that's
right.
Most feedback is like I said, people trying to understand it, and now that they see the children, okay, this isn't just a cover up, or this isn't just some kind of scam, or
right.
Yeah.
And so let me ask you guys not a tough question, and you can answer if you want to. Before all of this, was there ever any challenges that say, what am I here for? What am I supposed to be doing? Like just trying to find your way, if you will. And then we make that decision to say, I need to do better.
When it comes to the design, or you mean in general?
Just to you as just an individual, prior to the movement, prior to you knowing this is what I want to do, what was the pivoting point in your life that you say, I want to be an entrepreneur? I know I have so much in me.
Well,
what was the point that you said, this is what I want for myself?
I attended Virginia State University in Petersburg, but I was also rapping around that time too. I was like, I was rapping in the dorms. You should take it, and then I was like, okay. But at the time, Virginia State was pretty rough as far as like a college campus. It didn't have any gate around it, and it's in Petersburg, which I'm not sure if anybody's familiar with how serious Petersburg can be, but with locals coming on and off campus at will, kind of made it rough. So that was the beginning of how I started to reevaluate myself and the message that I wanted to send, being a Black student at an HBCU. I felt like I just needed to be, one of the first to push it in a different direction as far as what's expected of us and what's going on. There was a lot of shootings and, I mean, of course I partied, but in the party, but like, so I just felt like that was something that was needed, to be able to, that kind of changed that. That was the pivoting point once I realized all of that was going on at a university. I was just like,
and that's real talk, because like you and me, like we've all been out there, and and it's by the grace of God that we've been in some places, some parties, and stuff was happening, and we came out unscathed.
Right.
And then you start saying, oh wait, I need to reevaluate this life thing, because at any moment it can change.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. And what about you, James?
Oh, what about me? What do you
So,
mean?
what was the pivoting point in your life that you decided that you wanted more? You wanted to be an entrepreneur, that there was more to your life than just stand at a standstill, if you will.
Oh, that's a tough one. I can't say too much of it because like I'm gonna be honest with you though. When I first started doing this though, like I told him this he didn't know though what I was gonna do. It was like that's why I made him his contract. So this is what I said to him once I gave it to him. It was a Christmas gift. I said like,
Right.
hey yo, let's try to take this on serious. I'm saying so we can make some money.
I think it probably started for him when we were in Kroger, I mean, because that was the beginning of it. It was
Right.
Kroger was a struggle at the time. We weren't really paying us like we was,
Right.
what we were worth, and figured to take it to the next level.
Yeah. So
And what would you tell people? Because and I know you probably see it a lot. We have dreams and all of this, but yet sometimes we allow people to drive us out of it, if you will.
Right.
Like if you tell me your vision, then I try to go not do it the same way, but I steal what you have to get where I need to go. So how do you guys protect your vision? Because real talk, you can't tell everybody your plans. You can't tell everybody like, I'm moving from A to B, then C to D. Sometimes, well, I'm going to say the majority of the times you just need to move. It's not that you trying to hide, but a lot of people, real talk, they're not happy.
Right.
Oh.
But I mean, well, our message kind of helps us too. Anybody who wears Love First any kind of merchandise, they get the opportunity to tell the person that's viewing them how what they're about without opening their mouth. So,
Absolutely.
we live in Central Virginia, so I've dealt with a lot of racism and things like that, especially while I'm at work. Going down these old farm roads. Just trying, and they see me in the truck, like, but what are you doing? But they really can't say much. If I was wearing a Love First mask, we also have masks as well. But once I started putting that on, I started seeing a change of how people speak to me that may not necessarily like who I am, but they have to hold that respect, because unless they're blind, unless they can't read it or anything, but they read it. And so that kind of protects from a lot of people saying little things as far as like, what are they doing? Or they need to go ahead. Because then who are you talking about? Somebody who's trying to, so.
Oh yeah, we might not. Also, we might not rich up, but we will.
I hear that.
That's one thing. I've been
say it again. You broke up. Say that again.
I said that man, we might not be rich though, but we both will manage though.
Absolutely. And so, what's coming up for you guys? I know you said you're doing the show in April 1st, but what are some other things
we're doing the show March 25th too though.
Where's that one at?
That's in South Carolina.
Oh, so y'all traveling.
Well, yeah. Also, there's also one on April 22nd. That's Diamond.
Oh, Diamond. Yeah, my girl Diamond. So that's the one that she's doing the dopest. No, she's not doing that. That's the auction. Auction off the runway. Yeah. And so, have you guys thought about putting on your own show?
Actually, my wife attended the last show with us, and that was it flashed the light bulb off. Her. She also helped us as well as far as getting orders like that, but her plate is already full, so I don't really expect too much. But she did bring up that throwing our own show in this area, because there's a lot of young entrepreneurs
Yes, and I think it would be awesome, you know, just like with Country, how she's doing the all white. And I think since you all have your T-shirt line with a positive movement, I think it would be awesome to see other entrepreneurs that have T-shirt lines with positive movement, you know, because that would be something different as well.
Right, right.
You know, because a lot of times, like you said, we don't get to see a lot of designers, especially having positive movement, because mostly it's dress or attire. But we got to get into hooking your garments up, you know, because like, do you tell the females like you can add like jazz, you know, pizzazz with it, you know, or do it have to be dressed down?
Well, no, he usually handles that with them. You know, they'll send them you know, advice about whether to wear white pants, black pants,
Okay.
certain type of heels or whatever, and you know, he picks it out basically.
And what I tell them like dress what makes you comfortable.
Right. So let me ask you this question since you said that. So because you guys are a family-friendly company, now, would you have a stipulation on a model that wanted to wear like a risque bottom? You know what I'm saying? Like maybe boy shorts that, you know, that all her butt cheeks is hanging out. So would you allow them to wear that, knowing what your brand represent and knowing that most of the events, if not stated, is family friendly?
Mm,
I wouldn't have a problem.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem. It all depends. It really depends on how the outfit is.
And who's
Right, right.
I mean, you know, who's in attendance. I mean, if it's family friendly, you know, it'd be kind of on the model if she decides to do that. But I don't, you know, it's not really gonna help. Other than, you know, if there's a lingerie line or something like that. That happened. In the last,
that's always the
there
story.
was a lingerie line. So sure, I wouldn't
Right.
have a problem with, you know, with that.
As long as it's tasteful.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so if y'all have, I know you said you're married. So how do your wife or, you know, handle you being in the mix of female models?
Oh no, well, that's why I brought her the last time.
Right.
See what's going on. I mean, you know, well, the last thing I'll need is problems at home over.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because a lot of times, you know, like a lot of times, you know, like with my late husband, you know, he knew that we were getting dressed in the back, you know, like sometimes, you know, real talk, you know, we're covering up, you know, we got our underwear on, but, you know, like we're trying to get into the next garment. And until your spouse or significant others understand, hey, like when we're back there, it's a level of professionalism. Like, listen, nobody has time to be trying to be seeing A, B, and C. And that's always good when you can bring your significant other and say, listen, this is the scene back here, because you think it's all glitz and glam. It's crazy back there.
Well, funny story. I didn't, this past show we were at, I didn't know that that's what goes on back there as far as everybody getting dressed. You know, he usually handles that. So he pulls me out. He's like, hey, you know, come meet the models. Okay, so I come back there, he opens the door, and I'm like, oh, hold up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, that was my part.
I mean, because like I'm telling you, you probably wasn't shocked because you probably just seen Dareel, everything is just like boom, boom, boom. And models just be back there and they're like, hey, I gotta get into this next garment. Like
Right. So that was funny.
And so, but that's so good. How did that make her feel as a spouse? Because I know it made my late husband feel like, okay, this is truly what you love to do, and this is truly what's going on back here. So it's nothing, you know, crazy. It's just that it's a level of these models, whether male or female, they're trying to get into their next garment.
Well, I mean, I just said, look, I'm gonna let him handle that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna let him handle that.
Right.
Wait to the dress and everything, because he's good at designing and telling them what's
right.
He wants them to wear stuff.
Like with him, he's so funny. Half the time when he's back, he's like walking out, coming back.
Yeah.
You know, and so you just have to. I mean, I think designers have to have that personality to be able to work with people. And how do you all handle models that like, I don't want to wear this. This ain't the right color. Like, how do you handle that?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't had no trouble at all with the models at all, though.
And that's a good thing. That is a good thing because, you know, like I remember I was in Virginia in Richmond doing a fashion show, and one of the designers wanted me to wear a dress, but it was so low cut, different to what I'm, you know, used to. And I kind of just like had a meltdown. And I text my late husband. I was like, you got to come to the back, come to the back. And so I asked him, I was like, what do you think? Because like, seriously, it was all open down to my navel. And I'm thinking, this ain't gonna be good because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pull this, you know, this garment off for this designer. You know, because for one, it was so out of my box. And for two, I wanted to make sure I still represented him as a husband and me still being a mom and a wife.
Right.
And, you know, and he looked at me, he was like, well, if she think you can pull it off, then that's what you're here for, to, you know, sell this garment.
Right.
And so he was like, so I suggest you go out there and sell it. But it was just like, you have to get those reassurance, you know, to make sure that you're not disrespecting your significant other.
Right. Right.
You know,
Yeah.
but I just, you know, I have seen models that be like, no, I'm not going to do that. And like for me, being a designer, I try to make sure I dress them how I think they, you know, look. And that's why I look at their profiles and see their style.
Right.
Because when you put your garment on somebody, you want them to be able to sell that right off that runway.
Right. Right. That's what we were saying. Make sure they was comfortable, whatever. Right, our designs aren't too complex, you know. Pretty much goes with a t-shirt or a hoodie, or you know. But now that we're working with the dresses, I think it's we have to dive deep a little as far as what these be comfortable with and what they're not.
So will the dresses be more of a jersey type, or is it going to be a mixture of both?
It's going to be a mixture of both.
And so I see some of your garments. So if you would like to, you can show some of our viewers what you have. And then at the end of our interview, then y'all can put a link, type a link in where they can go purchase your garments.
Okay.
All right, well, this is the baseball jersey.
I'll hold it up.
And so is that number 21?
Yeah, that's my number.
Oh, okay.
Movement on the back.
Yeah.
A little backwards to you guys. Does it look backwards? Yeah, we got.
Yeah, but still. So do they come in different colors?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
All different types of colors. Okay. Any color you want.
Okay. So I could get that in a purple?
I can tell you why I picked 21 though.
Why?
Well, I picked 21 because 21 is my favorite number though. It was my high school. It was my varsity on high school basketball number. See, I played sports, so that's why I stuck with this number. In 24 though, that's also my number. That was JV though. And varsity was 21.
Okay. And then like the hoodie that Dareel has on, so that comes in different colors too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's the main thing, to be able to be unique, you know. So I think, you know, based off of the colorways that we show, it's not really showing too much, but you get to choose your own color. So that's the part of thinking. To say, you know, to sell merchandise, we like to have people reach out so we can get personal with them, and you know,
absolutely,
colors, or if they just got a new pair of shoes or something that was, you know, when they're looking for a way to match it, we make it
absolutely
change it up based on the individual, you know.
Yeah. And we
so how many colors can y'all get?
Excuse me?
How many colors do you have, or there's no limit to the color that you can get?
No, there's no limit.
There's no limit at all.
There's no limit. I mean, we haven't ran across a situation where we couldn't find a certain color or anything like that, because the place that we work hand in hand with has all different colors.
Oh, okay. Okay. So how many hours y'all spend a day after you guys do your full-time job, how many hours do you spend a day just perfecting your brand?
Well, I mean, I can't speak for him, but I'm the music head, you know, so I would say probably about 3 hours a day.
Wow.
Lock in on the music, you know. I need my piece to have that crazy. So I either write or do some art or something like that. But he's calling me probably like 5 hours a day talking about, you know, hey, we got orders going in. And I'm like, all right, I don't know. Listening to this beat.
I'll be having like it'd be crazy. I'll be having orders coming crazy. Hit me, I said, yo, duh, I need a jacket. Yo, this, I need a shirt. We even had one of the family members like even bought a jacket from us.
And so tell people.
Oh yeah, that's the jacket right there.
We also have leather.
Oh wow.
Well, let me button it up a little bit so you can see.
So that's kind of like what you call those jackets, like high school?
Yeah, like a Letterman jacket.
Yeah. Wow.
I can't. I told him, I said, hey, I said we can add that to it though. So we add that to our piece stuff. Yeah.
Absolutely. And so that can come in different colors as well.
Yeah. Oh yes, that's coming different colors.
We haven't released the all black yet. The all black is pretty exclusive. Probably gonna wait until around June. You know, June. All black. I mean, granted, you know, they're not gonna wear the jacket in the summer, but
right.
Pink theme, you know.
So have you guys thought about doing a fashion show for your line?
Well, yeah, my wife.
I mean, not a fashion show, like a photo shoot, like, you know, just do a big photo shoot for your clothing line.
Yeah, we've done a couple of them already.
Oh yeah.
For the video, for that Headbuster Nation anthem video that we've taken some. We did a photo shoot with the baseball jersey, and we also have baseball pants too.
Oh wow! Yeah, because he had on some. You had on some white ones at the first show.
Yeah, those are baseball pants.
Yeah. And so tell people, especially young African American guys, how to just stay focused on their vision and whatever it is that they want to do, whether it's have a t-shirt line, whether doing music. Give them some tips on how to just move forward, but yet still, you know, work and do things the right way in order to be successful.
Yeah, you good.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. For one, though, like, be positive. Like, don't bring yourself down. 3.
Absolutely.
Like, don't never doubt yourself, because I do be doubting myself. So that's why I always get advice from you know, certain people tell me not to.
Absolutely.
And also, like, the song that he wrote though, I feel like they lifted though, cause like isn't like what he said in that song though, it makes a lot of sense though. If you listen to the words and stuff, what he's talking about, so that's what it means. Yeah, that's my
Amen.
If I would say like make sure that you have a purpose, like a purpose, because that our purpose has kept me from day one. As soon as I start feeling like I can't do it, I'm like, well, I'm set in to do this. So it's like, the ain't no turning back, because the purpose I'm passionate about as far as changing.
Absolutely. And
Everybody.
that's awesome. And so my last question is to you. When you get tired of doing this, would you turn this business over to your children if they wanted it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's the whole goal. I mean, everything is my. I mean, I'm no longer living for myself, especially now that I have high schoolers that are stuck in the phone all the time. They doing whatever they want to do.
Right.
They have a good mind state and something to work on, and they can say, "Hey, I'm carrying this off from my dad," and whatever.
Absolutely. Well, I am so thankful that you guys took the time to hang out with me for a little bit. And James, was it so bad? Because I was like, he was so nervous. I'm like, What are you nervous about? You see me interviewing week after week. And he was like, I'm nervous. Miss Donna, I don't know. And I'm thinking, hey, we're just going to talk about you. We're just going to talk about, and that's, I mean, and it's not just him. I'm just picking on him because he was like, Miss Donna, I got to, and I love it when I go in my inbox. He'd be like, Miss Donna. And I'd be like, yes. He'd be like, question.
Yeah, that's him.
Because I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he'd be like, question. And I text back,
If he asks,
yes. He'd be like, what we're gonna talk about? He talking about, cause you know, man, I am nervous. I'm like, you got this. You got it.
he did.
And see, it wasn't even that hard, was it?
Nah, not really though.
That's what you say. I don't know what kind of question she's gonna ask. I don't know what kind of question. I'm like, it doesn't matter. We just gotta answer them.
And you know, and this is real talk. And because like how I started doing this, like I have a nonprofit organization for young girls that I'm getting ready to start back with when COVID came. And so prior to COVID, I used to sell paparazzi so I can offset the cost if I wanted to do something with them. And so at the end, I would just give like encouraging words, whatever God wanted me to do. But then he told me to move it over here because so many people, even my own son, would come on and say, I just wanted to hear what you had to say at the end, right? And so even for me, when I do this week after week, I am nervous. Like people think I just come on here and be like, oh, but when, like you, doing your designs, once you hit it, you come alive. Yeah. And so once I get on here, it's like I come alive and I really enjoy it. But I don't give the questions because that's why it's called honest, open, and transparent, because it allows viewers to see you in your authentic self, your true self. So that way they can say, I love hearing their interviews. And that's what I get when people inbox me and say, hey, that was an awesome interview. Because if I give you questions, it gives you a chance to prepare, if you will. Even if it was me, it'll give me a chance to make it look pretty.
Yeah, right.
And sometimes I've had people on here, we cry, we laugh, but it's their truth. And that's what this platform is about, letting people see we're just ordinary people doing extraordinary things in our lives and in our community. And that's what you guys are doing. You're just ordinary people, just like me. Right. But you're giving back to the community.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so tell people how to get in contact with you, and then you can give them a number, your website, and then at the end you can go back on here and add it at the bottom, and then we can share it so they can make sure they be a part of the movement as well.
All right. Well, like I said earlier, it's just a matter of getting in contact with us on Facebook or Instagram. Personally, you can either add Jamese Payne or Dareel.
Either one of us.
We'll put it in the comments so that you guys can see. Okay. Tag on. You can message us at any time. This is a personal movement. You know, it's not about us. It's about you. So, you know, we like to involve as many different demographics as possible, so that we can spread the movement throughout the world. I do want to make one. Anybody who we have orange apparel, everything can be chosen by, you know, whatever color you want. But if you get any orange or orange shirt or orange hoodie or orange pants or hat or anything, you get a membership to Orange Club. That you'll be able to see videos prior to me releasing them, or certain projects or any kind of giveaways. The first ones to get it.
That's what's up.
So that's
what's up.
I can reach out. I'll get your email address. Every time I release something new, you'll be able to see it.
That's what's up. And just don't forget, if you get inbox from Vincent Ingram, he is a designer locally here, and he does a lot of shows here in North Carolina. So he's going to be hitting you up. So just remember their name in case you be like, oh, who is this? So that's who that is.
We did say do a contest though.
Who?
We are.
You're gonna do a contest?
Yeah, we're gonna do a contest.
What kind of contest?
All right, the contest is that Go is gonna pick one of his songs though. So like he gonna play it though for like 2 minutes. Like all you gotta
Okay.
do is like guess it does gonna be A, B, C, or D. One of those.
Okay. Okay.
Whoever wins though, and we did say on that, whoever wins, that winner gets $100 gift card and they get a chance and they get to be in on the next video.
And so when is this going to start, and where do we need to be looking for it?
Oh, we're just putting the word out right now.
Okay.
But our pages here soon will be, you know, in the next week or so, we'll be able to get the things together we need to be able to. Because I have a lot of songs, and I'm also trying to get people to listen to my music in entirety so that they can, you know, they can choose which song is which. You know, certain people will know,
Right.
certain, but then there's a, you know, it'll be a raffle.
Okay. Well, whatever you know, you need me to do, just if you have whatever you need me to share, I will gladly share it on my page to get the word out.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yep. Well, thank you guys for just taking the time hanging out with me tonight here on Hot Topics with Donna. I wish you great success. I will see you guys in April.
All right.
Yeah, you'll see me now.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Have a good night. So all y'all have to do is just log yourself out.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, just, yeah.
Oh, just hit the.
There you go.
All right. We have a little.
Hold on. I don't know. Let me try. Okay. Guys, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Hot Topics with Donna. I am your host, Donna Taylor. I am still trying to give this. I'm trying to give another book away, An Imperfect Marriage, Saved by Grace, by yours truly. And the question was, who wrote and composed the song Hot Topics with Donna, the one that I play week after week. And before I leave, I'm going to just give you a snippet. I will probably be back on Wednesday or Thursday. It's been in my heart to do a podcast on what is self-love and why it is so important. And I'm going to tell you some little bullets of what does self-love looks like. It's saying positive things to yourself, forgiving yourself when you mess up, meeting your own needs, being assertive, and not letting others take advantage of you or abuse you. And a lot of times we don't value our self-love. And I can speak from a place that I used to didn't have self-love. And like I always tell you, whenever I'm talking about a subject, I am able to be honest, open, and transparent. And that's how you are able to heal, because a lot of times we don't have self-love because we depend on other people to validate who we are. We depend on other people to say, I love you. We depend on people to tell us that we're good enough. But what happens when those people that we think that should be telling us those things don't? Then what happens? And then we need to be spending time around people who support you and build you up, and avoid people who don't. And that's the hardest thing for some of us to do. We want to be with people that we feel that can take us to the next level, but at what cost? If they're taking us to the next level, are they tearing us down or they're building us up? And everybody's not going to support you. So we're just going to be real about that up front. Everybody's not going to support you. The people that you think that's going to support you may not be those people. And it's okay, but you have to be okay with it. And that's a part of having self-love. If your homegirl don't support you, you still have to have enough self-love to say, you know what? I got this. My Father's going to send people that's going to push me to do better, to be better. One thing that I've found, that when you have self-love for yourself, you won't allow anybody to make you feel less than. Whether it's your partner, whether it's your coworker, whether it's your family, whether it's your church member, or whether it's just people that are in your everyday area. And when you find people that don't have self-love, They're always negative. They're always complaining. They always find fault in something else. But when we have self-love, you know what? People are going to do what they want to do. We can't change that. All we can do is love them from a place and say, you know what? One day they'll get it. One day they'll get it because one day we had to get it. One day you had to get it. And self-love, it comes natural for some people. That's just real talk. But when you have self-love, then you start to realize, hey, I got this. I am worthy. I can do this. And that's one thing I've learned over the years, and especially in these last couple of years, that if I have to love myself by myself, then I'm going to be good with that. Because it costs too much to allow people to drag you down. It costs too much for you to stay in a rut and everybody else around you is moving and you're just still. So if people are not in your circle pushing you, then you need to take a step back and say, what am I benefiting from you? Are you pouring into me or are you draining me? Because if you are always filling somebody's cup, being positive, but your cup is never being filled, there's a disconnect. There's a disconnect. And we have to realize that we haven't arrived yet. We haven't always had it together and don't have it together sometimes. Sometimes I still don't have it together. But one thing that I do, I strive to be better than I was yesterday. And that's the most important thing. When we open our eyes and our fathers say, hey, wake up, we have a chance to get it right. We have a chance to have self-love. We have a chance to have self-appreciation. And we have a chance to say what you will and will not accept from other people. But most of all, why is it so important for you to love you? If you mess up today, hey, your self-love should still be there. I just messed up. I got to pick myself back up and remind myself, that was stupid. You shouldn't have done it. Why did I do it? And say, you know what? I'm good. Dust yourself off, pick yourself up and keep moving. But we have to value our self-love. We have to value our self-love. And if we can't give ourselves self-love, there is no way in the world we can give self-love to someone else. You just can't. You just can't. And we have to be diligent about loving who we are, the good, the bad, the ugly, the flaws, and all. We have to love ourselves where we're at. Because at the end of the day, if not one person say you're worthy, I love you, you should be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, girl, you got it going on. Man, you got it going on. So don't wait for people to validate you. Don't wait for people to give you self-love. Take your power back. Create your own self-love. If you have to cry, hey, it's okay. It's okay. Because I done cried many a time saying, hey, I got to love you at the place that you're at. I got to love you the way that you are. And it doesn't matter what it looks like. All that matters is that you love who you are. Love who you are. And I'm going to give you the meaning, and then we're going to close. It says self-love is a state of appreciation for oneself that grows from action that supports our physical, psychological, and spiritual growth. Some understand self-love as self-compassion. There you have it. Love who you are. I will be back tomorrow with an amazing interview. I'm so thankful that when I have people not afraid to tell their truth, to come on Hot Topics with Donna, we don't take it lightly here. Like I said, our slogan here is we interview ordinary people doing extraordinary things in their lives and in their communities. It's time for us to just come alive. Come alive in your own truth. Walk in your own truth. And tomorrow we're going to meet a young man that's truly, truly is walking in their own truth. You do not want to miss this. If you or someone have a story, or you're doing amazing things in your community, in your life, all you have to do is inbox us here at D Taylor Network, and we will get you an interview schedule. We interview people all over the United States. Some we have met, some we have not. But the beauty of it is they're always willing to be honest, open, and transparent. And that's what this platform is about, being honest, open, and transparent. I love you guys. Like I said, I hope you guys have had an amazing Valentine's Day. We're starting off a fresh week. I wish you nothing but blessings. Remember, self-love, self-love. Stay positive. Even when you are around negativity, stay positive, because somebody needs your smile. Somebody needs a kind word, and that can come from you. But you have to be in a place of loving who you are and being able to say, you got this. I see you. Because a lot of times people just want to know that you see them. And that's not asking a whole lot. Just, you may see the woman at the office every day and you never say anything to her. But what about tomorrow? If you see someone you know you don't talk to, just say, good morning, how are you? You look nice today. A lot of times people feel overlooked. And just your kind word or your kind gesture could change their whole outlook and say, wow, I do matter. Let me start having some self-love about myself. So before I close, the question is, who wrote and composed the song Hot Topics with Donna? And this will be yours. We will mail it to you free of charge. All you have to do is inbox who you know who wrote this. Is somebody close to me, I will give you that, and then I will send it to you. I will inbox you and I will send it to you. It will be an autographed copy from me, but you still can purchase this book on Amazon, but it will not be autographed. But if you order it from me, it will be autographed. So just giving you that little tidbit. But thank you guys for tuning in to Hot Topics with Donna. I am your host, Donna Taylor. I will be back tomorrow if God's willing. But remember, love yourself first. And I hope you guys enjoyed the interview. And the only thing that we ask of you here on Hot Topics with Donna, share our videos, share our flyers. We are on YouTube, and I will put all the social media handles that we're on. I have some videos on YouTube from the very first one up until last month, so you can go back and watch some videos if you have missed them. I have not decided yet what I am going to do for our upcoming anniversary, so it's going to be fun. I might have multiple people coming on here at different times, just popping in, just giving some feedback about Hot Topics with Donna. And so just look forward to that. Just be looking for the flyer for that too. So I'm excited about that. So with that being said, I love you guys. Be blessed. Have a great week. Bye.